Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai Radha Govinda Radhe, Jai Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jai Subhadra, Jai Lakshmi Narsimha Jai Jai Lakshmi Narsimha, Jai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai, Jai Jai Gaura Nitai, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai 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 Prabhupada, 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 Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Om Gyanatimidandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshavanavi Devi Daitaya Dukkrapabdaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Dahine Prabhave Namaha Madhuri Jala Premale Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostate Namaste Gauravani Shri Murti Dinatarini Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvantadharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murti Viplambara Sambodhe Padambudaya Te Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidanandana Mine Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Bharavaraya Te Gaura Virbhava Bhumesu Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathaye Te Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vicha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namosate Jayatam Surata Upangor Mama Mandir Matergati Mat Sarvasapadam Bhojo Shri Radha Madana Mohana Divya Vindaranyam Kalpadramada Shri Madartnagara Simhasana Shri Madradha Shri Govinda Devo Preshtali Visiva Manusmarami Shriman Rasa Sarambi Vamshi Vatatarasthitah Karshan Venu Sunir Gopi Gopinath Shri Sunha Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavani Shri Vrishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. 2 minutes you have to give me. I have to take some medicine. Okay, so we are in the 25th verse. The bull is asking Dharma, the personification. Bull is a personification of Dharma. So when the bull is meeting the cow, it sees the cow is crying. And so he's asking, what are the reasons of your grief? Why are not healthy? Why are not hearty? Why there is a covering of a grief, shadow of grief? It seems that you have become black because of the grief. Are you suffering from some problems? Now see, I am standing in 3 legs. I just lost all the 3 legs. I'm just standing in 1 leg. So are you seeing my this condition and then are you in grief? In this way, various questions are asked. Are you crying because you're compassionate towards this unhappy women, children? And we can see the so-called administrators who are influenced by the Kali. Are you seeing these people and then feeling so upset and you're crying? Then he says, see, Lord has appeared now to remove all your burden. And his activities will surely give you relief. But now he has disappeared. So are you feeling grief for this? And then, oh mother, you are the reservoir of all the riches. So is it that now you have become very weak because of the various tribulations which is happening? So in this way, various reasons. What may be the different causes for the grief of mother cow is now presented before mother cow by Dharma or the bull. Dharanyuvacha, the earth. The bull is, the cow is representing Mother Earth. Dharanyuvacha bhavan hi veda tat sarvam yanmam dharmanu pritchasi chaturbhir vartase yena pader loka sukhavahaihi. Dharanyuvacha. Mother Earth replied, Bhavan hi veda tat sarvam. So, whatever you have asked, I will see that you will know that. Whatever you are inquired from me shall be known to you. I will not hide anything. I will tell to you everything. Chaturbhi vartase yena padai loka sukha avaha. So, when you were maintaining your 4 legs, at that time, you increased the happiness all over the world. Sukha avaha. You increased the happiness everywhere. When you were having 4 legs, Dharma could walk everywhere. And Dharma was prevalent everywhere. That is why Loka Sukha Avaha. They were experiencing happiness. Dharma is based on 4 principles: compassion, truthfulness, austerity, and purity. So when these 4 principles were prevalent everywhere, that means when these 4 legs were there, when these 4 principles were prevalent, compassion, purity, austerity, truthfulness, at that time the Loka, the earthly planet, was experiencing happiness. And these 4 principles can be maintained only by the mercy of Lord. Again, see, this is very important thing. Only by the mercy of Lord, these 4 principles can be maintained. So you have inquired to me about my unhappiness. Anupruchasi. Now see, this is also a very important word. Anupruchasi. So the inquiry is also in the disciplic succession. Following the footprints of our acharyas, not going here and there, not asking some absurd questions. No, it is in the line of the disciplic succession. So whatever you have inquired from me, Vedaha, Hi Vedaha, I will see that you will know it. That means I will answer to all your questions. Okay, Raksha Mataji, read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai ho. The principles of religion are laid down by the Lord himself, and the executor of such law is Dharmaraja or Yamaraja. Such principles work fully in the age of Satyuga. In the Treta Yuga, they are reduced by the fraction of 1/4. In the Dwapar Yuga, they are reduced to 1/2. And in Kali Yuga, they are reduced to 1/4, gradually diminishing to the 0 point, and then devastation takes place. Happiness in the world depends proportionately on the maintenance of the religious principles. individually or collectively. The best part of failure is to maintain the principles despite all kinds of odds. Thus, one can be happy during the span of life and ultimately return to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Okay. Now Dharani Uvacha. 26 to 30th. Satyam Shaucham Daya Shanti Tyagah Santosharjavam Shamodam Tapasamyam Titiksho Parati Srutam Jnanam Vivikta Vairakyam Jnanam Vivikta Aishwaryam Shauryam Tejo Balam Smritihi Swatantriyam Kaushalam Kantiye Dhairyam Mardavam Mevacha प्रागल्भ्यं प्रश्रयः शीलं सह ओजो बलं भगः गम्भीर्यं स्थैर्यमास्तिक्यं कीर्तिर्मानोन्नहङ्कृतिः एते चान्ये च भगवन् नित्या यत्र महागुणाः प्रार्थयामहत्वम् इच्छद्भिर्न पियन्ति स्म कर्हिचित् तेनाहं गुणपात्रेण श्रीनिवासेन साम्प्रतं शौचामि रहितं लोकं पाप्मना कलिनिक्षितम् सत्यं शौचं. Now, what are the wonderful qualities which are there in Krishna? First, Dharani is speaking about this. First, she is Bhulakshmi. So, Bhulakshmi loves to glorify Krishna. Now, we can say that also. Dharti is personification of Bhulakshmi. So, naturally, Dharti wants to glorify Lord. So, what is residing in him? All these wonderful qualities are there in him. Now, see, qualities are residing in him. When you say, he's a very good person, he is having that quality. Okay? He is a good person. From where this goodness has come? From Krishna. Because he is the reservoir of all the good qualities. From him, all the good qualities emanate. Now, don't compare him to a mundane person. So and so is good, Krishna is also good. That goodness, what that person has got is from Krishna. That is why he is a reservoir, he is a storehouse of all the wonderful qualities. So in him, what resides? Satyam, truthfulness resides. Shaucham, cleanliness resides. Daya Shantihi. Daya means when somebody is unhappy, you feel that intolerance. You should be intolerant in seeing others' unhappiness. So in him, that's Daya is there. Then Shantihi. What is the meaning of Shantihi? Daya Shantihi. The power to control one's anger is there. Then Tyagaha. Tyagaha refers to magnanimity. He has so magnanimous heart. He is ready to give up anything and everything. So even the power of renunciation comes from Krishna only, because he is a personification of all the qualities. Tyagaha. Santoshaha, he is self-satisfied. Atma Ramaham. Arjavam, he is straightforward. He is a simple person. Only a simple person can speak in a straightforward way. So he is a very simple person. Or you can say the straightforwardness comes from Krishna only. Shamaha. Mind is fixed, fixing of the mind. Shamaha. Damaha. Control of sense organs. Tapaha. Trueness to one's responsibility. Now see, tapaha, austerity, has been given such a wonderful explanation by Srila Prabhupada. That means, austerity means what? True to one's responsibility. That means you are committed to a process that also requires tapasya. Ready to take up difficulties. That is tapasya. Tapasya means first true to one's responsibility. Samyam, indiscrimination between friend and foe. Means he is equal, Krishna says. Samashatrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamaniyoho. One has to be like that. Be equal to friend and enemy. Shrutam, following scriptural injunctions. Jnanam, knowledge, self-realization. Suppose somebody is self-realized. From where it comes? From Krishna. Virakti, detachment from sense enjoyment. Aishwaryam, leadership. Shauryam, chivalry. Tejaha, influence. Balam, to render possible that which is impossible. What an explanation. Balam is not just said as strength. Balam is to render something impossible. To render possible that is impossible. That means to make all the impossible things possible. That is known as real strength. Whatever is impossible to everyone, that is possible only for Krishna. Setu Bandhu. It is impossible for any human to do that. It is impossible for anybody to do. But Krishna gives the power even to his associates to make all the impossible things possible. Only Krishna can do that. So then Smriti, to find one's proper duty. Yes, Smriti, Shruti. So what is Smriti? Smriti contains whatever our duties are there, that is one. Swatantriyam, not dependent on anyone. Purna Swarata. We have read Dharma Projita Kahita Bhut. No, what was the first one? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Janmandasya.
Tunvayaditarka Chartesha Abhikya Swarata. Swarata has been given here. Okay, Swatantriyam. Kaushalam, dexterity in all activities. Kaushalam means he's very expert. All the art emanates from Krishna. What a dance on top of the Kaliya's hoods. He has thousands and thousands of hoods, and Krishna is dancing in such a way that he is subduing each hood. When one hood comes up, he subdues. So expert in every activity. Kantihi, very beautiful. Dhairyam, freedom from disturbance. So any disturbing situation also, dhairyam. So this all we should ask to Krishna. Krishna give all these qualities to us, isn't it? Mardavam, kind-heartedness. Eva, thus, cha, also. Pragalbhyam, ingenuity. What is ingenuity? Can somebody find out? Big words. Ingenuity. Somebody find out what is that?
Creativity,
Exactly.
kind of creativity.
Yes, our English expert only can say. Ingenuity. Creativity. Yes, he is the one Janma Adi. Everything creation emanates from him. Prashreya, gentility. Sheelam, mannerliness. Saha, determination. Now just see all the wonderful qualities. Sometimes they are known as moral values. No? We tell moral values. They all emanate from Krishna only. Ojaha, perfect knowledge. Balam, again Balam has been given. First Balam was what? Making all impossible things possible. Here Balam is referred to proper execution. That is related only, na? Proper execution. Bhagaha, object of enjoyment. Gambhiryam, joyfulness. Sthairyam, immovability. Astikyam, faithfulness. Then Kirtihi, fame. Manaha, worthy of being worshipped. Anahankaraha, pridelessness. Ete, all these, cha anyahe, also many others, cha, and Bhagavan. I think Mother Earth is going on remembering. First, she has set one set of quality. Then, wait. I want to tell more about Krishna. Because suddenly again, no, more qualities are there. Yes, Dhairyam refers to immovability, refers to Krishna is always fixed up. Dhairya means Chanchala. Chanchala is Lakshmi. And that too, when she becomes Chanchala, like Ravana-like people, they try to take Lakshmi. At that time, she is Lakshmi. At that time, she is Chanchal. When a devotee is worshipping Krishna, there Lakshmi is also Sthairyam. Nityaha, everlasting. Yatraha, where. Mahaguna, great qualities. Prarthyaha, worthy to possess. Mahatvam, greatness. Ichhatpihi, those who desire so. Na, never. Viyanti, deteriorates. Sma, ever. Karhichit, at any time. Tena, by him. Aham, myself. Gunapatrena, the reservoir of all qualities. Shri, the goddess of fortune. Nivasena, by the resting place. Sampratam, very recently. Shochami, I am thinking of. Rahitam, prophet of Lokam, planets. Papmana, by the restorer of all sins. Kalina, by Kali. Ikshitam, is seen. So all these wonderful qualities are present in Krishna. They are inseparable from Krishna. He is the reservoir of all goodness and beauty. Shri means beauty. He has closed his transcendental pastimes on the face of earth. So what is happening? He has unmanifested himself. He has closed the transcendental pastimes. So in his absence, what is happening? Kali is the store of all the sins, and Kali is seen everywhere. So seeing this condition, I am very upset, because Krishna has left to his abode and he is a reservoir of all the qualities. When he is there in this earthly planet, at that time all the legs of dharma were intact, and everywhere we can find all good qualities. But now he has closed his pastimes, he is not seen. So Kali has now taken the power to spread vices everywhere. So seeing this condition, I am unhappy, Dharti says. Okay. Vrindavan Leela Mataji, read. All together we'll be reading. It's a big puppet.
Hare
You read
Krishna,
2
Mataji.
paragraphs. Yeah.
Even if it were possible to count the atoms after smashing the earth into powder, still it would not be possible to estimate the unfathomable transcendental qualities of the Lord. It is said that Lord Anantadev has tried to expound the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Lord with his numberless tongues, and that for numberless years together, it has been impossible to estimate the qualities of the Lord. The above statement of the qualities of the Lord is just to estimate his qualities as far as a human being is able to see him. But even if it is so, the above qualities can be divided into many subheadings. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, the third quality, intolerance of another's unhappiness, can be subdivided into protection of the surrendered souls and well-wishes for the devotees. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord states that he wants every soul to surrender unto him only, and he assures everyone that if one does so, he will give protection from the reactions of all sins. Unsurrendered souls are not devotees of the Lord, and thus there is no particular protection for everyone in general. For the devotees, he has all good wishes, and for those who are actually engaged in loving transcendental service of the Lord, he gives particular attention. He gives direction to such pure devotees to help them discharge their responsibilities on the path back to Godhead. By equality, the Lord is equally kind to everyone, as the sun is equal in distributing its rays over everyone. Yet there are many who are unable to take advantage of the sun's rays. Similarly, the Lord says that surrendering unto him is a guarantee for all protection from him. But unfortunate persons are unable to accept this proposition, and therefore they suffer from all material miseries. So even though the Lord is equally well-wishing to everyone, the unfortunate living being, due to bad association only, is unable to accept his instruction in toto. And for this, the Lord is never to be blamed. He is called the well-wisher for the devotees only. He appears to be partial to his devotees, but factually, the matter rests on the living beings to accept or reject equal treatment by the Lord. The Lord never deviates.
Wait.
Sorry.
Wait. So he appears to be partial to the devotees, but factually the matter rests on living beings whether to accept or reject equal treatment by the Lord. Here, the comparison is with the sun's rays. Sun's rays sun is not partial, that I will not give rays here, there. Somebody has to accept it. You close your eyes then, you close your windows then. So, Lord is impartial. He is sama. He is always equal. Read.
The Lord never deviates from his word of honor. When he gives assurance for protection, the promise executed in all circumstances. It is the duty of the pure devotee to be fixed in the discharge of the duty entrusted to him by the Lord, or the Lord's bona fide representative, the spiritual master. The rest is carried on by the Lord without a break.
Lord says, Sakruteva prapanno yastabasmite yachate abhyam sarvada tasmai dadami etad vratam mama. Krishna has taken one vrata. Even if somebody just says, I am yours, O Lord, that is enough. That is enough. Krishna says, I protect. You have not given up everything. Surrenderance has 3 levels. One is sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Krishna says, wonderful, you give up everything and then come to me. But I am not able to give up everything. And out of some circumstances, at the end of the time, I am not able to even chant his holy name. Yadi vatadi doshena madbhakto mam nachasmarat. Am smarami madbhaktah nayami paramam gatim. Krishna says, I will remember that devotee. Out of some disease, vata doshaha, pitta doshaha, I am not able to remember. Krishna says, I remember the devotees. See how favorable Krishna is towards devotees. That is why some people say he is very partial. No, he is not partial. Even if somebody is not able to give up everything and just says, I am yours, O Krishna. Ramayana speaks about it. Sakruteva prapanno yastavasnichita yachate. O Krishna, I am just yours. Then Lord says, I take the vow to protect the devotees. Now we will read Arula's Sumukhi. Mataji.
Hare Krishna. The responsibility of the Lord is so unique. The Lord has no responsibility because all his work is done by his different appointed energies. But still he accepts voluntary responsibilities in displaying different roles in his transcendental pastimes. As a boy, he was playing the part of a cowboy. As the son of Nanda Maharaja, he discharged responsibility perfectly. Similarly, when he was playing the part of Kshatriya as the son of Maharaja Vasudeva, he displayed all the skill of a materially spirited Kshatriya. In almost all cases, the Kshatriya king has to rescue a wife by fighting or kidnapping. This sort of behavior for a Kshatriya is praiseworthy in the sense that a Kshatriya must show his power of chivalry to his would-be wife so that the daughter of a Kshatriya can see the valor of her would-be husband. Even the personality of Godhead, Sri Rama, displayed such a spirit of chivalry during his marriage. He broke the strongest bow called Haradhanur, and achieved the hand of Sita Devi, the mother of all opulence. The Kshatriya spirit is displayed during marriage festivals, and there is nothing wrong in such fighting. Lord Krishna discharged such responsibility fully because although he had more than 16,000 wives, in each and every case, he fought like a chivalrous Kshatriya and thus secured a wife. To fight 16,000 times to secure 16,000 wives is certainly possible only for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, he displayed full responsibility in every action of his different transcendental pastimes.
Just imagine if somebody fights for getting one wife, you'll be so tired, and yes, 16,000 times Krishna is fighting to secure a wife. That means he is not interested in getting a wife. At the same time, he shows the eagerness to get the wife. You see, he is unattached. At the same time, he shows as if he is attached. He is actually killing the adharma. When he is fighting, that means he is killing the adharma. Okay, go further.
The 14th quality, the knowledge, can be further extended into 5 subheadings, namely intelligence, gratefulness, power of understanding the circumstantial environments of place, object, and time. 4th, perfect knowledge of everything. And 5th, knowledge of the self. Only fools are ungrateful to their benefactors. The Lord, however, does not require benefit from anyone besides himself because he is full in himself. Still, he feels benefited by the unalloyed services of his devotees. The Lord feels grateful to his devotees for such unsophisticated, unconditional service and tries to reciprocate it by rendering service. Although the devotee also has no such desire in his heart, the transcendental service of the Lord is itself a transcendental benefit for the devotee, and therefore the devotee has nothing to expect from the Lord. On the assertion of the Vedic aphorism, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, we can understand that Lord, by the omnipresent rays of his effulgence, called Brahma Jyoti, is all pervading inside or outside of everything, like the omnipresent material sky, and thus he is also omniscient.
Yes. He is omnipresent. He is present everywhere. Omniscient. He is present. He knows everything. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. That means what? He is present everywhere. And he knows what should be done, what should not be done. He is aware of everything. And in this way, Lord is very grateful to his devotees. He is grateful. Just, we are ungrateful, but Lord is very grateful. Ungratefulness is expressed by a human, but Lord never forgets even a small thing done. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasa dharmasya trayate mahatobha. That means Lord never forgets even a small activity done towards him. But we humans are ungrateful. So what we have to ask to Krishna, Krishna, please give all these wonderful qualities what you have, so that we can please you more. So when we are having a good quality, who is very happy? Krishna is happy. Like father and mother, they like to see wonderful qualities in their children. No father, mother like to see their children as gangsters, except for the mother is also a gangster. They don't want the children to speak lies. A good father, mother naturally expect good qualities. So when Krishna is a father for everyone and has a reservoir of all the qualities, so devotees also, he is expecting that from his children. In fact, he expects from everyone. But his children, especially the devotees, Krishna is expecting all these things. And we can just beg mercy and ask these qualities from Krishna. Okay, read further.
As far as the beauty of the Lord is concerned, he has some special features that distinguish him from all other living beings. And over and above that, he has some special, attractive, beautiful features by which he attracts the mind of even Radharani, the supermost beautiful creation of the world. He is unknown, therefore, he is known, therefore, as Madana Mohana, or one who attracts the mind of even Cupid. Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhu has scrutinizingly analyzed other transcendental qualities of the Lord and affirms that Lord Krishna is the absolute supreme personality of Godhead, Parabrahman. He is omnipotent by his inconceivable energies, and therefore he is a Yogeshwara, or the supreme master of all mystic powers. Being the Yogeshwara, his eternal form is spiritual, a combination of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. The non-devotee class cannot understand the dynamic nature of his knowledge because they are satisfied to reach up to his eternal form of knowledge. All great souls aspire to be equal in knowledge with him. This means that all other knowledge is ever insufficient, flexible and measurable, whereas the knowledge of the Lord is ever fixed and unfathomable. Srila Sutta Goswami affirms in the Bhagavatam that although he was observed by the citizens of Dwaraka every day, they were ever increasingly anxious to see him again and again. The living beings can appreciate the qualities of the Lord as the ultimate goal, but they cannot attain the status quo of such equality. This material world is a product of the Mahat Tattva, which is the state of the Lord's dreaming condition in his Yoga Nidra mystic slumber in the causal ocean. and yet the whole creation appears to be a factual presentation of his creation. This means that the Lord's dreaming conditions are also factual manifestations. He can therefore bring everything under his transcendental control, and thus, whenever and wherever he does appear, he does so in his fullness. The Lord
Okay, one
being
minute. So here, Lord's knowledge is unfathomable. So a person wants to wants to have a equal knowledge with Lord. What is the meaning equal knowledge? Can we have that type of knowledge what Lord has? No, equal knowledge here refers to the knowledge by which we can understand how to serve him. Simple. If you see, because Lord's measurement of knowledge cannot be acquired by a living entity. Even if a person understands that Lord is creator, operator, destroyer, and Lord's knowledge is so vast, then that is the real meaning of knowing Krishna. That is the real meaning. And even to understand that Krishna is master, I am servant, this knowledge is the most important knowledge. Okay. Read.
The Lord, being all that is described above, maintains the affairs of the creation, and by his so doing, he gives salvation even to his enemies who are killed by him. He is attractive even to the topmost liberated soul, and thus he is worshipable even by Brahma and Shiva, the greatest of all demigods. Even in his incarnation of Purusha Avatara, he is the Lord of the creative energy. The creative material energy is working under his direction, as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita 9.10. He is the control switch of the material energy, and to control the material energy in the innumerable universes, he is a root cause of innumerable incarnations in all the universes. There are more than 500,000 incarnations of Manu in only one universe, besides other incarnations in different universes. In the spiritual world, however, beyond the Mahatattva, there is no question of incarnations, but there are plenary expansions of the Lord in different Vaikunthas. The planets in the spiritual sky are at least 3 times the number of those within the innumerable universes in the Mahatattva. All are the Narayana forms of the all the Narayana forms of the Lord are but expansions of his Vasudeva feature, and thus he is Vasudeva. Vasudeva, Narayana, and Krishna simultaneously. He is Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Natha Narayana Vasudeva, all in one. His qualities, therefore, cannot be counted by anyone, however great one may be. Hare Krishna.
In ignorance, what we say, oh, we don't see Narayan. We are not much worshippers of Narayan. He is 400. You know that? We are Krishna devotees, not Narayana devotees. Sri Sampradaya people, they are all Narayana devotees. This is ignorance. Here, very clear. Even we restrict ourselves to sing Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Natha Narayana Vasudeva. Here, Prabhupada is singing, just see. That is why half knowledge, no? Half pot makes more noise. It is not just Narayana means, oh, if he is Aishwarya form, we just have Goloka Vrindavan. We are all Goloka Vrindavan Vasis. So never have distinction between Narayana, Vasudeva. They are all one only person. The same one person. We took to Yatra some devotees to Srirangam. And one of the Mataji in the class, she went darshan and she came out. She told, "Are he's in the lying position, this Narayana. I did not much see. Why? No, he's Narayana. Na? He's not in the standing form, he's lying. Why Krishna cannot lie down or what? He should always stand in 3-bended form. He cannot lie down." In the class, when she heard that Shripad Ramanujacharya very clearly says, Ranganatha is Sukshma Vasudeva. He is actually thinking about the gopis of Vrindavan. Again, she went for darshan. So this is known as incomplete knowledge. That is why Srila Prabhupada's purport has to be studied very nicely. Prabhupada is having a very broader understanding, narrow understanding. Oh, our Krishna, our Radha Krishna. We only see Radha Krishna. We don't even see Lakshmi Narayana. But we don't have eyes to see Radha Krishna. But when we are taking the darshan of Radha Krishna, actually they exhibit themselves as Lakshmi Narayana only. Radha Krishna is the sweet form of Krishna, the most sweetness, where Krishna comes under the control of the devotees. That can happen only to that type of darshan can happen only to very pure devotees. A normal person, a sadhaka, can only see Lakshmi Narayana. So here, all three are one. First thing, Vasudeva, Narayana, Krishna. All three are one. Krishna appears in various incarnations for some purposes. That is his choice, how to appear. Immediately we should not think, oh, he is Varaha. He is Varaha, yes. There is no difference between Varaha and Krishna. He is not exhibiting all the qualities. Not necessary, he doesn't want to. But same person has appeared. Okay, 31st now. Atmanam nanu shocami bhavantam chamarottamam devan pitrun rishin sadhun sarvan varnas tatha shraman. Now Mother Earth is saying in the form of cow now, I am thinking about myself and also about you, O best among the demigods. Dharma. Dharma is the best among the demigods. Oh, I'm thinking about you and me. And also I'm thinking about all the demigods also. Devan, Pitrun, Pitruloka, Pitrun, the residents of Pitruloka. I'm thinking about the sages. I'm thinking about the devotees. I'm thinking about all the sections of all the sections and orders of the society, Varna and Ashrama. So I'm thinking about everyone. One who thinks about everyone is actually Mother, isn't it? Srila Prabhupada thought about everyone. That is why he went to West. He took so much of efforts to establish Dharma. And just imagine, if we don't follow whatever instructions our Srila Prabhupada has given, under the guidance of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, whose appearance is today, isn't it? Appearance, no? Appearance or disappearance?
Yes, Mata, appearance.
I want to see that whether we are aware or not. Appearance of Nayana Manjari. He is Nayana Manjari in the eternal world. Just Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur told, go to West and preach. Prabhupada followed. And it is our dharma, it is our duty to follow whatever instructions our loving Father Prabhupada has given to us. Then dharma is established. Compassion, yes, we should be kind to everyone. What is the meaning of kind? Just morally kind. Give what I have got. Simple. Jiva Daya Krishna Nama Sarva Dharma Sara. I have got this, I have learned this, it is my duty to give it to others. If I restrict this, then I'm doing Jiva Pradha. There are levels of Apradha. So this will become a Jiva Pradha. I have got everything. I will just enjoy what I'm getting. Yeah, go on taking prasadam, but never give others. Then there is Jiva Pradha. So compassion is based on how much eager you are in giving Harinam to others. There are so many who are eagerly waiting, but I'm so absorbed in my materialistic activity. I say, I have no time. I should find out time. I should seek out time. Time is there in our hands, actually. The management of time is there in our hands. If I don't want to do it, then there is really no time. Kala is Krishna. And if I really want, I should give to others. Then Krishna gives, expands the time. You have so much of time for everything. And everything you will do it very perfectly. Just that eagerness should be there. Oh Krishna, use me in whatever way you want. Simple. Then Krishna, seeing that eagerness, will expand the day, expand your energy, and see that you are giving time for everything. You have time for your family. You have time for your serving your elderly parents. You have time for serving your guru, acharya. Everything will be managed by Krishna. Allow yourself to be submitted to Krishna in such a way that he plans your day so perfectly. The moment we say, I don't have time, I'm so busy, Krishna will make you more busy in this material world. Then you really will not have any time. So it's very important. So compassion, purity, truthfulness, austerity, all these principles which has been given to us by our acharya, we should just strictly follow that. Sometimes you think, what we'll get, which food we'll get if I stop onion, garlic. Srila Prabhupada went to West. Oh, he is Srila Prabhupada. We are also Srila Prabhupads. We belong to Srila Prabhupada. If Srila Prabhupada could get everything, will not Srila Prabhupada fetch for us something? Or is he just happy, satisfied getting everything and not giving to his children? We should keep our eyes open. If we keep our eyes open, Krishna will give us everything. Krishna will provide. I always remember one line of my son giving the statement to my mother. At the age of 5, he put kanti. He gave the kanti mala to Gaurang Prabhu and asked him to keep at the lotus feet of Radha Gopinath and give it to us. So we all wore kanti when he was small, 5 years. My mother was horrified. She said, oh, he will go to colleges. He will go, he's a studying boy. Why are you restricting him? I said, I did not do anything. It is he himself who asked. Then she was talking to me, arguing. Then one line my son told, when Lord can provide everything for dogs, why will he keep me starved? Just one line. I was shocked to see a small child. It is not that I'm just glorifying because he's my son. No, I saw a child speaking such a powerful statement. 2 times powerful statement was spoken. One is this, I was amazed. What type of bhakti is there? In another place, at the age of 7 or 8, he was alone studying and we had gone to temple to take some prasadam from there. And some puja we had done. So prasadam was too. When the way we met with an accident. And we were not hurt, but our gadi was upside down. When our car was upside down, like nobody, it was so dark, 8:45, it was so dark, what to do? Nobody on the streets to keep our car also like this. We could not even attempt to do that. We were just hanging like this. After 2 hours, somebody came, and then in 2 hours, we were inside only chanting. And here he is alone studying, and we came back. It was very peaceful. I said, how is it that you did not call your grandmother who is staying in the next building? You could have gone there. Said, when Lord has taken you, I have that faith that he will bring you also. What is there to be afraid? So this faith, this all instances was like, for me, it was like yes, this is what is the faith which we should have in Krishna. Avashya Rakshive Krishna. We think that we will protect our children. We will go to their hostels and say, no, have that faith. Krishna is there to protect. Give that faith to the children also. They should not be so dependent on the parents. Oh, my mummy, papa should come. Nothing. We cannot remove anybody's karma. Karma can be removed only by Krishna. No, we should be very watchful parents. There is a very nice explanation which is given by Chitraketu. The Chitraketu Sambad, very nice explanation, where the child is lost. At the time, father is crying. At the time, the son says, which Janma, which father, which mother? It is Lord who is the real father, real mother. Pray to Lord. See that our devotion also increases and our children's devotion also increases. Engage our children in Krishna consciousness. That is most important. Make that person understand. For that, first we should have faith. Krishna is there to protect. Leave the child alone. Leave the child in the sense, not that don't care him. Make him strong. That is balam. Make him strong. Especially when they grow big. Don't be so behind. Even the cow leaves the calf when the calf is grown up. But we are just behind our children to such an extent. They have become so big that they can now become mother and father. But we are just behind them. No. Make them understand Krishna is there at every step to protect them. Okay. So this is very important. So here Mother Earth is saying, I am thinking of everyone. Why she is thinking of everyone? So that everybody can understand Krishna's qualities. So that all will understand Krishna's qualities, and the pride of I the doer, especially demigods, they get the pride. Oh, I am the doer. I should be worshipped. So I am thinking of everyone and telling these qualities of Krishna. Demigods, in between, they get that ignorance, especially Indra. Indra always gets that ignorance. If Krishna is asking Parijat flower, he is rejecting to give. Then Krishna shows his power. I asked and you're not giving. So Krishna sometimes has to show the power. Govardhan Leela. You see, most of the times, it is Indra who does so much of aparadhas. So here, Mother Earth says, I'm thinking about all of you. Sages, when they are doing tapasya, what is the purpose of tapasya? To achieve Krishna. What is the purpose of achieving Krishna? To understand his qualities. And when you understand the qualities, we understand Krishna is a person. Krishna is a person. There is a personal relationship between Jiva and Krishna. Now, Pitrulokas. And the denizens of Pitrulokas, they are dependent on the Shraddha ceremony. And what is the meaning of Shraddha? The word Shraddha comes from the word Shraddha. Shraddha, Shabda, Vishwasa, Kaya, Sudruda Nishchaya, Krishna Bhakti Kaile, Sarva Karma Krutahaya. So that is the real meaning of Shraddha, coming from the word Shraddha. So a person who is performing the Shraddha for the Pitrus, even the Pitrus are happy when they understand these things are for the satisfaction of Krishna. Then a person is no more indebted to anyone because he is performing the topmost duty. Devarshi Bhutapanam Pitranam Na Kinkaronayam Runicharajan Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam Gutam Mukundam Bharatakartam. And then devotees of the Lord. Yes, devotees of the Lord first should have a lot of faith. Nowadays, you see, somebody told, we have to give all type of enjoyment also to the devotees. So the katha is kept where in some place where there is no name of the Lord also heard. Okay, very good. Go and do the katha there. Make the Lord of the name of the Lord here. But then why have so much of enjoying materialistic enjoyment there? Why do all the materialistic enjoyment? Srila Prabhupada did not give some materialistic enjoyment like some safari travels and this travel, that travel. Prabhupada did not do. Prabhupada taught Vairagya Vidya. If you see the Pranam mantra of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Vairagya Vidya has been given. If we are not into Vairagya Vidya, we just want to enjoy also at the same time some devotion. We are cheating ourselves. Prabhupada has given us a nice path. But moment we go somewhere, especially outside countries, we see devotees wearing pants, shirt, jackets. Why not bikini then? Degrading oneself. Why do all this? If you are a devotee, show that you are a devotee. Why? At least others seeing you will have the eagerness to become a devotee. So we must be very responsible. And also Varnashrama people. So here, Mother Earth is thinking about everyone. Because every one of us should think of Krishna's wonderful qualities and beg him to get these qualities so that it will be beneficial to the entire world. Then in the entire world, dharma can be established, peacefulness can be obtained. Okay. Mohit Prabhu, please read.
Yes, Krishna Mataji. To effect the perfection of human life, there is cooperation between men and demigods, sages, residents of the Pitraloka, devotees of the Lord, and the scientific system of Varna and Ashrama orders of life. Distinction of human life and animal life therefore begins with the scientific system of Varna and Ashrama, guided by the experience of the sages in relation with the demigods, gradually rising to the summit of re-establishing our eternal relation with the Supreme Absolute Truth Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. When God made Varnashrama Dharma, which is strictly meant for developing animal consciousness into human consciousness and human consciousness into godly consciousness, is broken by advancement of foolishness, the whole system of peaceful and progressive life is at once disturbed. In the age of Kali, the first attack of the venomous snake is struck against the God-made Varnashrama Dharma, and thus a person properly qualified as a Brahmana is called a Shudra, and a Shudra by qualification is passing as a Brahmana, all on a false birthright claim. To become a Brahmana by a birthright claim is not at all bona fide, although it may be a fulfillment of one of the conditions. But the real qualification of a Brahmana is to control the mind and the senses and to cultivate tolerance, simplicity, cleanliness, knowledge, truthfulness, devotion, and faith in the Vedic wisdom. In the present age, consideration of the necessary qualification is being neglected, and the false birthright claim is being supported even by a popular sophisticated poet and author of Ramacharita. This is all due to the influence of the age of Kali. Thus, Mother Earth, represented as a cow, was lamenting the regrettable condition.
So Ramacharita Manas. Who has written?
Yes, Goswami Tulsidas.
Yes, Goswami Tulsidas. But he is saying. So sometimes we say Ramacharita Manas. We read Valmiki Ramayana. We don't even touch Ramacharita Manas. Ramacharita Manas, Tulsidas Ramayana, we don't even look at. This is all wrong things which has come in the minds of the devotees. Yes, Tulsidas Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana has touched all the topics. Tulsidas Ramayana intentionally has not touched the topic of Viraha of Sita Mata. That is, after the Yuddhakan, that is not been touched. There are certain things, but immediately we should not reject. Yes, Srila Prabhupada is saying Ramacharita which is given by Tulsidas, he is also supporting. That means Srila Prabhupada is so broader. And our narrow-mindedness on the name of Prabhupada, when we speak, it's a wrong understanding. Ignorance, because we are not studying Prabhupada's purpose properly. Simple. Brahmadayo bahutitam yadapanga moksha kamastapa samarcharan bhagavat prapanna sa shri swasmara Vindavanam vihaya yadpada saubhagamalam bhajate nurakta tasyaham kubja kuli tasyaham abja kulishang pushaketu ketai Srimad Padair Bhagavatah Samalanकृतांगी Trin Atyarcho Atyrocha Trinatyrocha Upalabhyatato Vibhutim Lokan Samam Vyasarja Vyasurjad Utsamaya Team Tadanante Brahma Adayah. The demigods such as Brahma. Bahutitham, for many days. Yat Lakshmi Apanga Mokshaha. So even Brahma, demigods like Brahma, they are all seeking the glance of Lakshmi ji. For that, what they are doing? Lot of tapasya they are doing. Tapaha samacharan bhagavat prapannaha. So now here, now Lakshmi ji is still. Lakshmi ji, her glance is are seeked by Brahma. And what Lakshmi ji is saying? To seek the mercy of Lakshmi ji, what they have done, they had surrendered many a day unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now here, Lakshmi ji, what she does, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. So let us see for one by word to word first meaning. Prapannaha. They have surrendered to whom? Lakshmi ji. Sir. Now Lakshmi ji has surrendered to whom? That is the Lord. Swavasam. She has left her abode and she goes to Arvindavanam, the forest of lotus flowers, to do tapasya. So here, Lakshmi ji, whose glance is seeked by the sages, especially Brahma, is thinking, I should get the merciful glance of Lakshmi ji. And what Lakshmi ji is doing, she is leaving her abode, goes in the forest of lotus flowers, and she is praying to get the service of the lotus feet of the Lord. Now, let us see. Further is Saubhagya, that is the blissful. Alam, without hesitation, bhajate, worships, anuraktaha, being attached, tasya, his, aham, myself. Abja, lotus flower, Kulisha, thunderbolt, Ankusha, rod for driving elephants, Ketu, flag, Ketahi, impressions, Srimad, owner of all opulence, Padai, by the soles of the feet, Bhagavataha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Samalankrita Angi, one whose body is so decorated, 3 in 3, Ati, superseding, Aroche, beautifully decorated, Apalupthya, having obtained, Tatha, thereafter, Vibhutim, specific powers, Lokan, planetary systems, Saha, he, Mam, me, Vyasrujat, gave up, Utsamatim, feeling proud, Tadante, at the end. So I was, here Mother Earth says, I was endowed with specific powers to supersede the fortune of all the 3 planetary systems by being decorated with the impressions of flag, thunderbolt, elephant driving, rod, lotus flower, which are signs of the lotus feet of the Lord. But at the end, when I felt I was so fortunate, the Lord left me. So Lakshmi, whose glance are sought by demigods like Brahma, for whom they surrendered many a day unto the personality of Godhead, gave up her own abode in the forest of lotus flowers and engaged herself in the service of the lotus feet of Lord. So now comparison is going on. What is Lakshmi ji doing? Lakshmi has got such a fortune. What is that fortune? Everybody is seeking mercy of Lakshmi ji. To such an extent, Brahma ji also wants. Everybody is asking, Lakshmi ji, nazar dal do yahan. So Brahma ji is also telling, because she is opulence, god of fortune, goddesses of fortune. Please show your merciful glance to me. And for that, what they are doing? They are first praying Lord. Because they know if Lord is prayed, then Lakshmi ji will be very happy. And what Lakshmi ji is doing? She is seeking the service of Lord. So what she does, she gives up her opulent atmosphere or her opulent place, like the forest of lotus flowers. She has given up that, and she is seeking the service of Krishna. Where is she seated? At the lotus feet of Krishna. She is seated in the Vakshasthala of Krishna. At the time, what she wants to do, she just wants to massage the feet of Krishna. Though she is seated at the heart of Krishna, but she is doing the service at the lotus feet of Krishna. Mother Earth says that even I got wonderful qualities from Krishna. And because of that, and power also. And because of that, I was able to show the supreme power, the power in the three planetary system because I was decorated. Krishna walked on me. That is why I was decorated with the impressions of the lotus feet of Krishna. And because Krishna walked on me, I got so much of power. And when I got so much of power, and I felt that, I am the most fortunate person. The moment some small pride comes, Krishna intentionally becomes unmanifest. The gopis of Vrindavan. Why Gopi Gate started? Because when Krishna is doing Ras, they felt that they are the most fortunate women in this whole entire cosmic manifestation. Supreme Personality of Godhead dancing on their tunes, eager to touch their breast, eager to kiss them, eager to lift them. What a fortune that we are in the hands of Krishna, Krishna kissing us. The moment that pride came, Krishna left everybody and went. Just taking Radharani with him. Now Radharani is considering, among all the gopis, I am the best. Yes, she is the best. But even that thought coming, I am the best. That is why Krishna left everybody and Krishna is holding me and going. Krishna drops her down and goes. When all the gopis come, they are seeing Krishna. Radharani is also crying. Till that time, they were expressing that how Radharani is so fortunate, that she is so much beloved for Krishna, that Krishna left all of us. And then when they see Radharani is also left, then they are all crying. Jayati te dikam, then they cry. And in this way, here Mother Earth is also expressing that the moment I felt I'm very fortunate. That is why pride should never seek, even a small pride should never seek in the hearts of the devotees. That we are very fortunate. Yes, we are, but we don't have to have that type of pride. In fact, we should have that compassion that let us make others also fortunate, especially small children. When we train them, the children also get the fortune. Let us have that compassion to each and everyone, old people, young people, middle-aged people, whoever you see, have that compassion, that let them also get this fortune. Like when you take Mahaprasad, especially Tirupati Balaji Prasad, immediately everybody wants. When you get it, take some morsel, give it to others. That type of compassion is there, then that is Krishna consciousness. Okay, Vimala Mataji, please read. Vimala Mataji, I have a small complaint that you are not seen in the Chaitanya Bhagavat class. You should hear every day Chaitanya Bhagavat also.
Yes.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. The beauty and opulence of the world can be enhanced by the grace of the Lord and not by any man-made planning. When the Lord Sri Krishna was present on this earth, the impressions of the special signs of his lotus feet were stamped on the dust, and as a result of this specific grace, the whole earth was made as perfect as possible. In other words, the rivers, the seas, the forests, and the hills, and the mines, which are the supplying agents for the necessities of the men and animals, were fully discharging their respective duties. Therefore, the riches of the world surpassed all the riches of all other planets in the three planetary systems of the universe. One should therefore ask that the grace of the Lord always be present on earth, so that we may be favored with his causeless mercy and be happy, having all necessities of life. One may ask how we can obtain the Supreme Lord on this earth after his mission is fulfilled. One may ask how we can detain the Supreme Lord on this earth after his mission is fulfilled and he has left this earth for his own abode. The answer is that there is no need to detain the Lord. The Lord, being omnipresent, can be present with us if we want him at all. By his omnipresence, he can always be with us if we are attached to his devotional service by hearing, chanting, and remembering, etc. There is nothing in the world with which the Lord is disconnected. The only thing we must learn is to excavate the source of connection and thus be linked with him by offenseless service. We can be connected with him by the transcendental sound representation of the Lord. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself are identical, and one who chants the holy name of the Lord in an offenseless manner can at once realize that the Lord is present before him. Even by the vibration of the radio sound, we can partially realize sound relativity, and by resounding the sound of transcendence, we can feel the presence of the Lord. In this age, when everything is polluted by the contamination of Kali, it is instructed in the scriptures and preached by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can at once be free from contamination and gradually rise to the status of transcendence and go back to Godhead. The offenseless chanter of the holy name of the Lord is as auspicious as the Lord himself, and the movement of the pure devotees of the Lord all over the world can at once change the troublesome face of the world. Only by the propagation of the chanting of the holy name of the Lord can we be immune from all effects of the age of Kali.
See the last line of the Prabhupada, propagation. That means when we are now studying, the studies is for propagation, preaching. Without our preaching efforts, what will happen? We can never become immune to the effects of Kali. Whatever we have got, give it to everyone. Propagation of the chanting of the holy name. Can we be immune? Prabhupada did not say others are going to be immune. Yes, they are. But we be immune refers to preaching moments will help a person have more strong faith in the holy name. Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Don't have to have a big crowd. If you are getting it, also wonderful. Even if you are preaching to 2 people, also not a problem. But make it a point. Whoever you are seeing, glorify Krishna. Mother Earth is doing that. That is for the benefit of everyone. For herself also, for everyone also. In the same way, whomever we are seeing, give Krishna consciousness for the benefit of ourselves also, for others also. Yo vai mamati bharam masu asuravam sharakyam akshauhini satam akshauhini shatam apanudat atma tantraha tvam dustham ऊनपदम आत्मनि पौरुषेण संपादयन् यदुसूरम्यं अभिभृत अंगम यह he एवः certainly mama mind atibharam overburdened asura unbelievers ragyam of the kings akshayini 1 military divisions shatam hundreds of such divisions apanudat extirpated Atma Tantra, self-sufficient. Tvam unto you, Dustham, put to difficulty. Unapadam, devoid of strength to stand. Atmani, internal, Paurushena, by dint of energy. Sampadayan, for executing. Yadusu, in the Yadu dynasty. Ramyam, transcendentally beautiful. Abhibrat, accepted. Angam, body. Let us see. Now here, Mother Earth says, when I was overburdened, Atibharam, overburdened by whom? By non-believers. Mother Earth can have millions and millions of devotees, millions of people who have faith and devotion. But if there is a non-devotee or an unbeliever, then she expresses that non-believer becomes the burden. Like a mother can have 100 children, there's no problem. But if there is one child who is notorious, then mother feels it burden. Nowadays, there are only 1 children who are very notorious. Mother feels a burden. In those days, 100 children used to be there, but there will be dharma. Then mother doesn't feel that burden. So here it is said very clearly that I felt that bhara because of atheistic kings. So then Krishna relieved me. He relieved me by his grace. And then even dharma was put in distress. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirubhavati bharata. It was glani. Dharma was put in distress. At that time, what he did? He stood to fight. He also incarnated by his internal energy in the family of Yadus. Why Krishna appeared? To fight against adharma. So Krishna appears to relieve the Mother Earth. Krishna appeared to remove the adharma. Now Mother Earth is overburdened by what? Mother Earth is overburdened by adharma only, by atheistic people. To kill those atheistic people, Krishna engaged himself also in the fight, though he did not take part, but he supported Pandavas. They all stood with military phalanx. Akshauhini phalanx consists of 21,870 chariots, 21,870 elephants, 1,09,350 infantry men, 65,610 horses. Like that, so many Akshauhinis were there. They were all standing to fight against the devotees. Krishna stood with the side of devotees and removed the burden of the earth. And in this way, Krishna protected dharma. And that is why Krishna appeared. Okay. Jakan Prabhu, please read. Venkatesh Avatar Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna. The Asuras want to enjoy a life of sense gratification, even at the cost of others' happiness. In order to fulfill this ambition, the Asuras, especially atheistic kings or state executive heads, try to equip themselves with all kinds of deadly weapons to bring about a war in peaceful society. They have no ambition other than personal aggrandizement, and thus Mother Earth feels overburdened by such undue increase of military strength. By increase of Asuric population, those who follow the principle of religion become unhappy, especially the devotees or devas. In such a situation, the personality of Godhead incarnates to vanquish the unwanted Asuras and to re-establish the true principle of religion. This was the mission of the Lord Sri Krishna, and he fulfilled it. Hare Krishna.
कावासहेत विरहं पुरुषोत्तमस्य प्रेमावलोक रुचिरस्मित वल्गुजल्पैः स्थैर्यं समानम् अहरन् मधुमालिनीनां रोमोत्सवो मम यद् अङ्घ्रि विटकितायाः की कावा, who either Savaheta can tolerate Viraham, separation, Purusha Uttamasya, Supreme Personality of God, Prema, loving, Avalokaha, glancing, Ruchirasmit, pleasing smile, Valgujalpahi, hearty appeals, Stadium, gravity, Samanam, along with passionate wrath, Aharat, conquered, Madhu, sweethearts, Malininam, women such as Satyabhama, Roma Utsava, hair standing on end out of pleasure, Mama mine, yet whose angry feet, Vitakkitayaha, imprinted with. So now Krishna is so wonderful that Krishna came to relieve me from burden. Krishna came to establish dharma. So how can a person tolerate? Who can tolerate? Even I cannot tolerate. Who others can tolerate the separation from that Supreme Lord? He could conquer the gravity and passionate wrath of his sweethearts like Satyabhama, of his sweet smile, by his sweet smiles of love, pleasing glance and hearty appeals. When he traversed that is earth's surface, I would be immersed in the dust of his lotus feet and thus would be sumptuously covered with grass which appears like hair standing on me out of pleasure. So here Who can tolerate separation from Krishna? Sometimes Satyabhama gets angry over Krishna. But Krishna pacifies the wrath of Satyabhama by his loving glance. So your Madhurya Rasa has been expressed. In the conjugal love, the lover exhibits the anger. Then what the other person should do? He should know to pacify. That means that is the real love. At that time, he also stands to fight, and he is not a lover. In the material world, one gets angry, other also gets angry. Then there is a clash. But you see Krishna, Satyabhama gets angry. Actually, Satyabhama is expansion of Radharani only. Radharani gets angry, then she shows her Manabhava. When she shows her Manabhava, Krishna immediately starts taking different forms. In Morukuti, this is one of the Leela. Krishna becomes peacock and dances before Lakshmi and dances before Radharani. So Krishna knows how to pacify Radharani, especially when Narada Leela, where Narada says, see who is swinging with Krishna? It is Lalita Sakhi who is swinging with Krishna. And Radharani gets ready to go to the swing festival. And Radharani gets so angry to see Lalita and Krishna swinging. So she leaves there and goes. And Krishna goes to pacify and says, that is why I told, don't become more friend to or don't become close to. I don't have more faith in Narada. Narada will do all these things. It was actually Narada's desire to see Lalita sitting with Krishna. It was not Lalita Sakhi who really did this. So sometimes in these leelas where the lover exhibits the anger, Manabhava, Krishna knows how to pacify also with sweet smiles, begging, becoming an yachaka. And when he was traveling on me, Mother Earth says, I was filled with the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. At that time, because of that conjugal love, my hair stood erect. That means the grasses were there. It was looking so green. Why? Vegetation again depends on dharma. If everywhere proper greenery vegetation is there, it depends on dharma. The moment you remove the vegetation, cut the trees, even the places like Joshimath will fall down. Isn't it? What is happening in Joshimath? All adharma. Build some big hotels. Go and take darshan and then drink. This will happen. Where dharma is protected, chanting of the holy name is protected, you will find vegetables, vegetations, trees around. There will be no scarcity. So here, because Krishna is walking on Mother Earth, she says, I'm filled with the lotus feet, dust of the lotus feet. And the grasses are standing. Grasses can be seen and they are compared to the hair standing erect. Okay. Ramakirti Prabhu. Where is Usha Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Usha Mataji is listening on YouTube.
Okay, one is in YouTube,
Yeah,
one is
Hare
in Zoom.
Krishna.
Why is separation in this also?
She's doing other work also, maybe.
Okay.
There were chances of separation between the Lord and his thousands of queens because of the Lord's being absent from home. But as far as his connection with the earth was concerned, the Lord would traverse the earth with his lotus feet, and therefore there was no chance of separation. When the Lord left the surface of the earth to return to his spiritual abode, the earth's feelings of separation were therefore more acute. Hare Krishna.
तयोरेवं कथयतः पृथिवी धर्मयोस्तदा परीक्षित्रामराजर्षि प्राप्तः प्राचीं सरस्वतीं तपः तयो between them evam thus kathayatoh engage in conversation Prithvi earth dharmatah. There is a bull or the personification of the religion. Tada at that time Parikshit Maharaj, Namarajarshi, the saint among the kings, Praptah arrived, Prachim, flowing towards the east, Saraswati, river Saraswati. So the King Parikshit arrived or reached at the shore of Saraswati river, which was flowing towards east. And there, Earth and the personality of religion, they were engaged in conversation. Now, what will happen? After hearing this conversation, what action will be taken by Parikshit Maharaj? That will be seen in the next chapter. Punishment and reward of Kali. So thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the first canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled How Parikshit Received the Age of Kali. Okay, any doubts? Yes.
Hare Krishna. May I ask, Mataji?
Yes.
Yeah. We discussed that dharma has 4 legs: purity, austerity, truthfulness, and compassion. Now the bull representing dharma is walking on 1 leg. Now which 3 legs are absent, or everything is present in Kali Yuga very less? How do we understand
So
this?
now, who can tell this? Which 3 legs are gone? Which 3 legs?
Only honesty
Mataji,
is the leg.
purity.
Honesty is the leg on which he's standing in Kali Yuga. So other 3 are gone.
The meaning of this is all that 4 has shrinked. Shrink to such an extent, whatever is left is just 1 leg. Somewhere some truthfulness will be there. So small truthfulness is left. Small purity is left. Very small. They all combined now is 1 leg. Oh, small compassion is there. It's not that no compassion at all. Then what is Srila Prabhupada then? What are the acharyas, what they are doing? Even before Srila Prabhupada also acharyas are there. As the age of Kali comes, all these things will shrink and you will find maybe 1% or 2% left. Purity, austerity, truthfulness, compassion, everything is shrunk to such an extent. So that is why Glani, it is not said that it is completely destroyed. Glani means decline, reduction. It is becoming lesser and lesser. So to increase that, Vedic traditions has to be put. Srila Prabhupada, somebody asked, who is Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada is into, what is Srila Prabhupada up to? Establishing Vedic culture back. This speaks about 4 things. Shrottavya, Kirtitavya, Dheya, Pujyascha. When these 4 things reduce, it will happen. Okay, Vrindavanila Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, just now you explained, I had another question also, but this one is connected to the answer that you replied to Mataji just now. Mataji, when you say that it has shriveled, it does make sense, but somewhere I had heard that other 3 have reduced to a drastic extent, so that we are left with just like that's the only hope, which is of Satyam. So how do I correlate the 2, Mataji?
Yes, it has reduced to such an extent that it is not able to see compassion, okay? Truthfulness. Somewhere some small here and there is there. Not that 1 leg is having everything. You cannot say the truthfulness which was there in the Satyuga time. It is still there. You compare with other yugas. Treta Yuga, you compare. You cannot find that type of truthfulness, that type of austerity. Nothing is high, is now the same. Or you have to compare like that, 100%, okay, this is 25%, 25%, 25%. Everything has reduced. It is not just 1 is just there. Everything is reduced. Yes, somewhere compassion may be more, some degrees may be more, but everything has reduced. Somewhere honesty, somewhere must be there. Austerity is also there, no? It is not there. In the Kali Yuga austerity, there are people who are doing real austerities. It is there.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, the other question is, when we were reading, we saw the effect of pride. What is the definition of pride, Mataji?
The definition of pride is showing something which others don't have. Show off tendency. If somebody is not having the fortune, don't go and say, I am very fortunate. Try to give that fortune to others. That compassion comes compassion actually. Compassion is not that I restrict this joy to myself. If I restrict the joy to myself, that is pride. Anything, whatever I am getting, I restrict it to myself, that their pride enters. But if I start sharing it, then everybody is having.
Mataji, many times I do feel, I don't know about others, but I do feel, yeah, I'm so fortunate that I'm associated with this movement. I'm
You
so
should
fortunate
connect
that
everyone.
I've been accepted as a
Yeah,
disciple.
that feeling is nice, but then connecting others also, giving opportunity to others also. That is important.
Otherwise, I'll also be kicked out the way Krishna kicked everybody else. It's the line is so subtle, Mataji. Like we don't know when it actually enters the area of pride.
That is why leader is one who stands behind.
Yes.
Who can become a perfect leader? Who stands behind, allows everyone to go ahead. I read this proverb in BRC school, principal's cabin. A true leader is one who keeps everybody ahead and walks behind, trains everyone, walks behind, takes all the blames, gives all the credit to others. So then the pride will not enter. That is why very important, giving opportunity to everyone, training everyone. It's very important. And then that comes, then the pride will not enter. The pride will enter, yes, my children are the best. No problem. And sometimes mother has that feeling, my children are the best. So that again, it is not again in comparison to other children. No. Love everyone. So here this, the training to serve spiritual master, that all has to be given. That is the work of a leader. And then see that all are doing very nicely. Opportunity is given.
Mataji, one more question. Like one may have a Shiksha Guru and they will guide us, they will tell us. But when it comes to subtle things which are going within us, we ourselves are many times not aware that we are doing this wrong. Then how do we get that
Our
guidance?
Shiksha, everybody has their own Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru also has a Shiksha Guru. So he should express his some negative things come to his Shiksha Guru. That is how one can correct oneself.
But when we ourselves don't come to know, then it's
Then
so
our Shiksha
horrible.
Guru will come to know, na? He will shout at us.
Even when it is subtle.
Subtle things in due course of time becomes gross. How much time it will be subtle? In due course of time, it will appear gross. And subtle things can be seen by our Shiksha Guru. Though we may think it is subtle, I'm hiding. Somewhere or the other, it will be shown in action, which our Shiksha Guru marks out. And accept the teachings.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. I was so scared when we were going through that passage. Thank you so much for relieving. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Anyone else? Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Stop here. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Kripa sindhu bhavacha. Putitanam pavanebhyo.
Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Vaishnavebhyo.